Okay, in this video, I'm just going to show you how some of the more complex types of questions work. So this is a sample plugin. I've got a sort of dummy question in here, which is going to ask the user what architectures and what operating systems they want to install to allow the binaries to be installed for, i.e. what they want to support with this plugin. I mean, probably it's more realistic that the plugin author is going to specify this, but you might want to ask the user. It's less that, more around how this all works. So this is a custom resource that Jenkins X is going to use in order to install the plugin for us. We want to generate that from the values file. It's very boring to have to type out all the details. And in fact, we're going to actually generate some of the values from the questions we ask the user. And in particular, in this case, we're going to generate the operating system and architecture values for this loop that we do here from a couple of multi-selects. So to do that, we add this values.schema.json file to the template. This is a standard draft 7 JSON schema document. Most of draft 7 is implemented for asking questions. There's a few kind of edge things that aren't. So if you find something that comes back not implemented, please do raise an issue in the Jenkins X issue tracker and we can add support for it. In this case, I've got two array properties. Array properties get rendered either as multiple input types in the questions schema, or if you specify an enum, which is probably a lot more normal with an array type, it's going to do a multi-select prompt for you. Now this is pretty much what you can do in all of the rest of it is pretty much what you can do in the question system generally. So you can have things like the title, which is going to become the question asked. You have the description, which is going to be the help text, and so on. So if we run this, we can see these questions in action. So you can see here we've got that first question, supported architectures. If we do a question mark, we're going to get the help text just above it that we just added. And we've also got these defaults that we requested here added, automatically selected for us in the list. Now, the reason there's only one, I think, is because I actually forgot to add i386 and x8664 to the list. So maybe we should just go ahead and do that and see if that's going to work. So we need to add i386 and we need to add x86 underscore 64 to this list. Okay, and then we're going to rerun the schema, the question, the install of the app. So this time we've got the AMD 64, we got the i386 and the x86 64. So that's worked much better. Then we can go on and we can get the second question that comes up, and all three of the defaults are available there. So if we press enter, it's going to go through and do the app add. And then we'll just do a quick check on the generated plugin .yaml just to see what it actually generated. So let's run that through kubectl. And you can see here it's generated those 3 different artifacts for those 3 different platforms. So that's worked pretty well, and that shows you an example of a multi-select list.